The last few years have been rough. The stock market has gone from boom to bust, real estate has flip-flopped, and nobody really understands what to do next. But these fundamental strategies that I'm going to break down haven't really changed since the dawn of financial market. And I'm going to share what I personally use to get really wealthy. Oh, you thought this was another finance boy with a podcast type shit? Nah, go follow these you-know-whos if you want that type of shit. See, I'm an actual entrepreneur with 13 employees. I've bought and sold over 150 properties. I've raised over $60 million from total strangers who believe in me. And I did it all without a silver spoon in my mouth. See, I grew up in a pretty poor family. I became a carpenter, started my own business, and scaled it from there to be a self-made multi-millionaire. So with all that being said, let's finally get into it, shall we? Number one, we gotta get the get rich quick shit out of our head. I know it happens. You see the crypto kings making money like crazy with one single trade.
It's hit 140K. No way. I swear to God. Everyone take 200. No way. Are you serious? You signed this? You're joking.
You see people buying or selling calls on GameStop or other crazy meme stocks. That is not a real strategy. And even those types of people that get that lucky richness tend to lose it because they don't understand business, they don't understand economics, they don't understand fundamentals, they don't understand compound growth, and all the things that we talk about on this channel that really makes up a real investor and a real sophisticated business owner. So that's the path we really want to take. Now, is it possible for you or anybody to get super rich quick, make a lucky trade, start a business that just absolutely takes off and rips? It's totally possible. And I hope it happens to you. But in reality, 99% of the time and 99% of you watching, that is not going to happen to you. So let's plan for the most realistic scenario and start backwards with the fundamentals. Let's get really good at something. Let's understand how money works. And then we can almost guarantee scale it up. The problem is most people in society and even most people watching these types of finance videos, even though they have good intentions of wanting to grow their wealth, wanting to get rich, have no fucking idea how money works, how nothing works. So that's what this channel and this video is going to solve. Because let's be real, it's been a pretty long 2 years of rough roads, recession type crap, and it's probably going to be another 1 to 2 years of this kind of stuff. And I'm already goddamn sick of it. We're growing our business because we know what to do. But a lot of you watching this are confused, don't know where to go, and feeling pretty down. The more people I talk to with my anecdotal evidence of just talking to friends and family and random people about the future, about their finances, I haven't seen this level of kind of depression in a long time. Everybody feels beat up, beat down, no path, no goal, no destination. Everybody's just kind of flip-flopping around like a fat kid in a pool who can't swim. We want you to be fucking Michael Phelps. So let's get into the real ways on how you can make money and finally start to get wealthy in 2024. Number one, invest in an ETF and specifically the S&P 500 ETF. So the most popular ones is SPY. This is an S&P 500 ETF from State Street or VOO. It's the exact same thing, but from Vanguard. All you need to know is that you're investing in the top 500 large cap companies in America, and you're betting on America. When you invest in this, you're not really investing in companies, it's really more investing in America. Do you believe in their innovation? Do you believe in their companies taking market hold and literally changing the world and making great products? If so, this is the ETF for you. Now, the great thing about this is that you need to know nothing about stocks, about trading, about selling calls, selling puts, buying calls. You don't have to know any of that complicated stuff, reading stock charts. All you need to do is put $100 a week or $100 a month, whatever you can afford, and you're buying that ETF every single week or every single month consistently, no matter what. This is the key that has been proven over time. And that easy study that we can just look into is looking at the stock price chart of the S&P 500 going back to the 60s. Look at from the 80s to now. Look at from the 90s to now. It doesn't matter. It's a straight line up, always. Now, during these times, there's been recessions. There's been wars. There's been pandemics recently. It doesn't matter. I don't care what's going on in the world, in the economy. I know it might be scary. Like right now, you're probably thinking, well, why would I buy the S&P 500 now?
It's probably going to go down.
What if it doesn't? And if it does, who cares? You're buying it again next week. This is called dollar cost averaging. It means you're buying in no matter what. Again, put that stock chart on the screen. Look at it. It's going straight up, going back to the 90s, to the 80s, whatever. The S&P 500 always goes up. And why is this? because it's designed to go up. It's like a matrix hack fail-proof system. It's crazy because every company is competing to be in that top 500 slot. So if a company isn't doing well, it gets kicked off the list and another up-and-coming company picks up and comes into the S&P 500. So it's literally designed for companies to do well. If you're not doing well, you're out. We're going to bring in another company that's doing well. It's literally designed to go up. I can't make it any more easy. So you don't need to know about stock chart reading. You don't need to know about recessions, pandemics, terrorist attacks. I don't care. You're always investing in that ETF. Over 5 years, 10 years, oh my God, you're going to make a crap ton of money. And you have to know, like I said, nothing about trading. In fact, it's been proven time and time again that the S&P 500 beats like 95, 98% of professional hedge fund traders, professional stock traders can't beat the returns of the S&P 500, which those returns, by the way, are anywhere from 8 to 12% return on investment every year. That is the average it's been getting for decades and decades. So even professional stock traders can't beat that. So don't even try. Don't even learn how to do it. All you got to know is just invest in it. That's it. The second thing you want to invest in is rental properties, real estate. This is the bread and butter and the foundation of most millionaires' net worth. And why is that? Because it's proven and it's also a need. So as cool as the S&P 500 is, it's cool, it's wicked, but let's be real, nobody needs stocks. You can't eat a stock, you can't wear a stock. It's cool, it makes money, it's proven, but like real estate is a need. Everybody needs a roof over their head, no matter what. I don't care if there's a war, a terrorist attack, a pandemic, doesn't matter. Rent is due and everybody needs a roof over their head. You don't pay rent, get out, I'll get someone else that can pay rent. That's how real estate works. And again, if we look at the stock chart of real estate, you don't need to. Just look at the price chart, the prices of real estate. Going back decades and decades and thousands of years, real estate investing, even though it might not look exactly like this, real estate investing and renting out properties has been around for thousands of years. It ain't going anywhere, dude. Now, for example, is a property today worth more than a property in 1970? Yes. 1980? Yes. 1989? Yes. 1994? Yes. 2001? Yes. 2008? Yes. 2015? Yes. 2019? Yes. 2020? Yes, in most cases. Yes, we're in a little dip. Who cares? It's going right back up again. As we discuss on this channel, rate cuts are literally right around the corner, 3 to 6 months, depending whether you're in Canada or the US. What do you think is going to happen to real estate then? It's going to do what it always does. You think real estate is doomed? You think this is the time that real estate is going to crash and just never come back again? Dude, it always comes back again. Why? Real estate is designed to. Why? Inflation pushes real estate up over time. Real estate will always go up over time. Yes, at the time of filming this video, we're in a bit of a weird spot. There's a recession going on. That's okay. That'll be over in about a year, 2 years. It'll be over. And then we'll be on the up and up again. That's just how it goes. You think I'm wrong? You're probably a broke pussy who doesn't understand real estate, doesn't understand economics. Oh, this is the time. Real estate's gonna crap. You're an idiot. Look at the data. Look at the history. You need to peel the emotions out of the investing decisions and out of the data. Everybody's all worked up right now because it's a crazy time after having 10 years of lollipop time. Yeah, it's a little rough, but it's going right back up again. Don't believe me? Don't invest in real estate. I don't fucking care. But this video is for the ones who understand that history repeats and that this time is nothing special. You're not special. All that being said, on an average rental property, the average return is about 20 to 25% a year for the average rental property in the average city. Now, this strategy is fantastic because it's an easy, boring, set it and forget it. Not as boring as the S&P 500, clearly, but we're buying a rental property in a good area that has good GDP growth, job growth, population growth, all the fundamentals we talk about on this channel. If you have no idea what I just fucking said, subscribe to this channel, watch all my videos about real estate investing. This is where I have made all of my wealth primarily is in real estate investing. It is fail-proof if you know what you're doing and you're investing like a sophisticated investor. So those are the average returns for an easy property. Set it, put a tenant in there, let them rent out for 5 years, sell the property, buy 2 properties. Do that again for 5 years. Sell those 2 properties, buy 4 or 5 properties, do it again and again. Now, the whole thing is with this is not to buy just 1 property. That's boring. That's too slow. We want to buy dozens and hundreds of properties using other people's money. And that's what I am a master of. That's what I've learned to do. That's what I teach. I've raised over $60 million from total strangers and bought over 150 properties. Guess how much money I put into those 150 properties, by the way? Zero. I am a skillful investor. I have skills. I talk about them on social media. I've built a brand. People watch the videos and go, dang, this guy knows what the fuck he's doing. Why would I invest on my own? It's too risky. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to invest with Matt. They contact me. Matt, how do I invest in you? This is how we invest together. Boom, we both buy a property. I did that 150 times. And that is how I can now retire like 5 times over by the age of 35. If I wanted to, but I'm 35. I'm in good shape. I got lots of energy. We're going to keep going. And that's how you get extremely wealthy with rental properties. Number 3, the next thing you can do is Airbnb rental property. So if the normal buy and hold is a little too boring for you, returns of 20 to 25% are a little too low for you, Airbnbs give about 25 to 35% return on investment every single year for the average Airbnb. So this is our strategy as well that we implement. So after buying all these rental properties, and by the way, I sold them all because Canada is a piece of shit. I also sold them all at the top of the market. Literally, right at the top, I sold my last dozen properties in February 2022. It's almost like I do this for a living and like I knew what was coming. But when you're a sophisticated investor and you look at the data and you follow the real trends, you know what's coming. Anyway, I sold all those properties off, and now we're expanding into Airbnb properties in the US, specifically Florida. So we're buying broken down properties, the same strategy we always do, beat up shitty properties. We renovate them Fruitful style, better than everybody on the street. We furnish them with good, high quality, amazing furniture. The places look sick. Our primary strategy. And why I like it is because it's more of an active business. The tax implementation is way better because passive income gets taxed at a higher rate. When you have an active business, you get to write off more things, more deductions, tax at a lower rate. So I get all the benefits of long-term real estate appreciating in value. My mortgage is getting paid down, all that good stuff. And I get way more cash flow because instead of getting, the typical $1,800 a month rent, $2,500 a month rent from a long-term tenant, we're bringing in $5,000, $7,000, $9,000 a month on an Airbnb. So the cash flow is also way higher. So the average yearly return, if you're doing it right, is about 25 to 35%. So if you want a little more money, retire a little quicker, get your business going a little quicker, maybe Airbnbs instead of rental properties and instead of the S&P is right for you. Now, the last strategy still in the real estate niche for this video to get rich in 2024 is flipping real estate. Now, this is amazing because it is the foundation of real estate. Now, my flipping business is actually our primary strategy. I will say the Airbnbs is my primary long-term rental strategy. I should make that clear. Flipping is my main strategy. And this is amazing because, like I said, it's the foundation of real estate. Why? We understand how to market to off-market sellers by seller direct. We don't buy with realtors. We don't buy on-market properties really ever. We go to seller direct. So we market for them. We have a marketing business in a sense, flyers, Facebook ads, all the ways to get sellers to contact us. We negotiate with them. Obviously, these sellers who are selling to us primarily are motivated sellers. Their house is absolutely disgusting. It'll never sell on the market. They're too embarrassed to list with a realtor. It's never going to the market. It's beat up. It's a hoarder house. It's smelly. It's falling down. Those type of houses. So we buy those houses, and because they're seller direct, there's no commissions, and because it's so disgusting, we're buying low. So if the house could be worth $400,000 on the market, if it could ever sell on the market with a realtor, let's say, we're buying it at $300,000, $280,000. Okay, so we're buying it way under, knowing that the seller knows that. We're not pulling punches. They know that. We're telling them straight up, this is how it works. We're buying it low market value, but we're going to buy it for cash right now, here, right now. No conditions, no commissions. I'm giving you the money right now. I'll close in 3 days, 4 days, 7 days. I don't care what you want. I'll close it. So we're bringing the ease to the deal. The seller says, fuck it. Get this piece of shit off my hands. Cool. They're happy. We're happy. We take it over. We renovate it amazingly. We sell it for a profit. The average returns for a flip business like this, anywhere from 50 to 100% plus a year. The ceiling is literally unlimited. The better deals you get, the better of a marketer you are, the more money you're going to make, and the better you are at flipping, obviously, you're going to make a lot more money. But the reality is flipping is a more risky strategy for times like this. At the time of filming this video, the market is a little shaky. Interest rates are high. We don't know what's coming next. A lot of the sophisticated investors, we know what's coming next in the next 3 to 6 months, but the general market has no fucking idea what's going on. They're terrified. Oh my God. So right now is a little weird, but once we get over this hump and we know where inflation is going, we know where interest rates are going, it's going to be another 3 to 5 years of a great, boring, easy flip business. So we're going to be back on the train, killing it. But in reality, it's a lot more of a risky business compared to the Airbnbs, compared to the rental properties especially, and especially compared to the S&P 500. But if you want a giver, if you want to build a real fucking business, be a real estate investing entrepreneur, flipping is where it's at. My channel has a bunch of videos about flipping, and we're also releasing a full-fledged, crazy, jam-packed flipping course in about 2 to 3 weeks at the time of filming this video. So check that out. Stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel. You will be notified. But that business, I'm giving all my secrets on how to build it, who to hire, the ways we get in contact with a motivated seller, the whole thing. You'll get all that. Now, the next strategy to get super rich in 2024 is crypto, and specifically my favorite, Bitcoin. So the other cryptos are risky. Who knows? I mean, you can make a ton of money if you're in it full time and you're a trader. Cool. The Bitcoin strategy for me is the equivalent of the S&P 500 in stocks. It's the big daddy. It's the big boy. It's easy. It's boring. It's predictable in terms of crypto. It doesn't fluctuate like crazy like the other smaller coins. I love it. And Bitcoin should definitely be a part of your investment strategy. Average returns on Bitcoin from 50 to 100% a year this past year, I believe, is about over 100. I think it's 111% a year. I'll have to check on that, but it's somewhere around that range in the past 12 months. So Bitcoin's crazy. It's here to stay. It's bucking the trend. It's giving fiat currency a run for its money. Who knows where it's going to go, but all we do know is that it's going up most likely. Again, if we're a gambling man, if we're a gambling type of investor, we're going to put our bets on things where we're 98, 99% going to be right. That's the way I deal business and the way I invest. Bitcoin is a 99% chance you're going to be right. If you invest today and you hold it for 3 to 5 years, you're going to make some money, almost guaranteed. And again, you don't need to know how to trade, how to read stock charts and crypto charts. All you got to know is just buy a bit of Bitcoin, chill when it goes down, because it certainly will. Don't freak out. Just hold it. Don't fucking sell it like a pussy. Just hold it. It'll go back up, and just keep riding it out long term. We are long-term investors on this channel. We're not pussy investors. At the first sight of scarcity, we're going to sell and freak out in paper hand. We're not doing that. We don't do that on this channel, okay? We invest with a long-term, strong thesis. We believe in what we're doing. We invest for the long term, and we hold. Do that, and you're going to make some money. Next strategy is gold, the old man's version of Bitcoin. Do I like gold? Not really. Do I invest in gold? Not really. I like all the other ones way more. But the reality is, gold does go up over time. From the dawn of humanity, gold is a good investment. For me, again, it's too slow. Okay, so it's even less than the S&P 500 returns. On average, some years we have a blowout, but on average, it's like 3 to 4 to 5% a year. Not for me. I'd rather invest in the S&P 500 or especially real estate. But gold, hey, if you don't want to know nothing, if you really believe in that hard asset, you want to hold it in your hand, hey man, gold is pretty cool. Maybe you should buy a bit of it. It's better than not buying it. Number 7, the next strategy to get rich in 2024 is one of the most important, and that is become a specialist. I don't care if you're doing real estate. I don't care if you decide to do stocks in a more intense manner, flipping, Airbnbs, gold, crypto. I don't care what you do. If you want to run a hair salon, a photography shop, I don't care. You need to become a specialist and an expert in your business. Now, this is the key, really, man. This is the key, is once you're really, really good at it and you start talking about it and building an online brand, which is kind of the next piece of this, you're going to draw in investors. People are going to want to be your customers. They're going to want to invest with you, partner with you, run the business with you. Who knows? You have no idea about what opportunities you're going to get once you become an expert and an authority on something and start talking about it online, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, whatever you want to do. You just want to build a real fucking business. And the only way to do that is to know what the hell you're doing and to be confident to attract customers, to attract partners. So whatever your niche is, whether you decide real estate, whether you decide to be a plumber, a carpenter, whatever you're going to do for your business, what's right for you, just be the absolute best at it. Work your fucking ass off, okay? 12 hours a day when you're starting a business. My entire 20s, dude, I don't have a 20s. Okay, I just goddamn worked. I played in a band. That was my hobby at that time, shredding guitar on stage. But I was working, I was playing in the band. I was working, I was playing in the band once or twice a week at some nightclub. That's where I got my fun. That's where I got my socialization with my buddies. But literally, every other fucking hour around that, I was just working as a carpenter in my early 20s and as an investor throughout my 20s, building my business, shooting these videos, attracting clients, writing books, shooting more videos, shooting more courses, whatever I had to do. I was all in for a fucking decade. So if you think you're gonna get rich quick in 1 second, maybe you will. But sounds like you're a pussy and you're not ready to hold the weight on your back and be a real man and build a real business. Most people watching this video, they ain't real men. They ain't real women. And I'm sure I'm gonna get comments in here, some sort of negative shit. Because lately, the type of videos I'm putting out, they're raw, they're real, and the comment section is fucking disgusting, but I love it, dude. You think I care about your goddamn comments calling me a weirdo, calling me a psycho? He doesn't know what he's doing. He's gonna go bankrupt. The fuck are you talking about? You're gonna go bankrupt. You're a loser. You're a pussy. This channel ain't for pussies. This channel is for real motherfuckers who want to build wealth, build a real business, who understand the fundamentals, who want to invest in real estate and build some real wealth and want to be a winner. These 35,000 subs I got here, winners. The viewers who come in and dip out and don't subscribe, pussies. Which one are you? Now the last point in this video, the key to all of this, the magic key to ensure you get wealthy in 2024 is to do a mixture of all of these, or potentially even all of them. You want to invest in rental properties. You want to build a flip business. You want to do some Airbnbs. You also want to invest in the S&P 500. You also want to hold some Bitcoin. Now, I understand at the beginning, you don't got a lot of money. So you got to focus and hyper-focus on one thing, build it out, get a couple rental properties, and that's all you're doing. Nothing else. Not even S&P 500. Nothing. All your money, all your resources goes into building a real estate business, for example. Then you start flipping, get some extra money. Hey, now we start diversifying. Once we're at about $1 million net worth, now we start diversifying some in the S&P, some into crypto, some into Bitcoin. Maybe we start even another unrelated business. Maybe we invest in a hair salon. I don't know, whatever you're doing. But you want to do a mixture of all of these in case there is a recession, in case the economic cycle does change. You don't got all your eggs in one basket. That is the key. So if you want to make your 2024 different than the rest of these years have been, subscribe to this channel and I'll see you in the next video.